Hello, everybody. This is Nicole with Lock with eCom Sellers, and this is the Print on Demand Challenge, day 31, technically. So I'm excited about this. Today we are actually. Let me see. Somebody's unmuted. Just a second, and it's okay. If there's some information you want to ask, share, we are ready to receive it. But I'm excited because it's the first. It is the first day of third quarter. It is the first day of July. We got 31 more days. Technically, we have 30, but we have 31 more days. So we're going to go through the Print on Demand Challenge. So I am excited. I'm hoping that all of you are beginning the process of making or getting some momentum in your business. So let's just check off where we are, where we should be on the challenge. So let me go ahead and pull up a Google Doc real quick. I am going to pull up a blank Google Doc. Let me put this in operations. Should have already did this first. Okay. Oh, we're in the wrong folder. Just a second. Sorry. Operations. Sorry, I have my business separated by what it is. Okay, so we are going to create a blank document inside of our awesome operations folder. Dun, dun, dun. I don't need to create a folder. I just need to create a document. Okay, so let's talk about what we've done so far. So we had stage one of this awesome journey. And in stage one, we created printables, downloadables. And so week one, we had our goal of 3 to 5 designs and listings. Okay. And then week 2, we did 5 to 7 designs and listings. Okay. And we focus 100% on Canva and Etsy. So Canva was the tool. Our goal was to get comfortable, start using it, create our accounts with Canva and Etsy. So start using it, create your accounts, yada, yada, yada. That was stage one. I am in the wrong caps here, or caps lock is on. Okay. So that was stage one, week 1 and 2. All right. Now we're in stage 2. So week 1 of stage 2, of course, we're still creating printables and downloadables, but we're making them a little fancier, more features, more colors, more everything. So that was the plan. It's just to not make it complicated. We were keeping our printables and downloadables simple. And so we just added some more features and enhancements to our lovely printables and downloadables. Okay. And ask me, I don't know. And then the next thing was we're going to start with print on demand products. So start exploring print on demand products, and that means print on demand suppliers. That's the plan for stage 2. So in week 1, we focus 100% on, creating listings, and also sort of not week 1, but week 3, getting caught up, because we were at a place where we're like not caught up quite. Well, In week 4, plan is to introduce on-demand suppliers. Our goal was to catch up, first of all. And if you can, create at least one design. If you want to do 3, you could, but at least one design with the print-on-demand supplier. So we were creating our account. So the question becomes, who had the chance to create their Printful account and who connected it to Etsy? You can unmute yourself if you want to. But the goal was to create your Printful account and connect it to Etsy. So who was able to do that? Who was able to make that transition for stage 2?
I only did half of it because my Etsy store was attached to another
tool.
Okay. POD. Yeah. So I was trying to, I had to disable, at least I think I did, I requested that other account to be disabled so I could, I guess, delete it or deactivate it on my Etsy store, but I haven't had a chance to go back over to Etsy to follow up the process because I was waiting for their support team to contact me back as to whether or not they could go ahead and close that account.
You should be. So was that print-on-demand supplier someone that you liked?
No, they seem to be very antiquated. They're not like in the list of top 10 of the top 10 POD companies.
Okay.
And they seem to be like their whole layout setup seem to be a little bit antiquated. So, and then the fees for that service were pretty high.
Okay. All right. Well, testing with Printful, that's going to be a good one. And all we're doing is testing. We're doing the free account. So we did talk about that. I just want to make sure, if I want to see where everybody is for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, because now we're about to go into week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. So if we are still behind, we got to figure out how to catch up, because our goal is to make this something that's sustainable. We're about to enter stage 3. We're going to continue that journey with the print-on-demand suppliers. We're also going to explore other tools to create designs. So I need to know, is there anyone else? Were you able to connect your account? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're about to go into the next phase of this. So we're going to look at, we looked at several print-on-demand suppliers. We're going to stick with Printful for at least a week. And then we'll look at a second one. And we're also going to look at tools, additional tools. Okay. So, so if you got a chance to create, did you get a chance to create a design yesterday with Printful? Any type of design? Oh, did I lose somebody? Did my internet disconnect? No, I'm still here. Oh, I hope to catch up over the weekend. All right, well, let's do this. Yep, that's a good one. Anyone else? Now, this is not an opportunity to beat ourselves up, because if we just didn't get it done, it's okay. It happens. It's par for the journey, and you'll get caught up eventually. So I don't want you to stress out about it if you weren't able to get done or you're not caught up yet. But let's talk about what's going to happen for the next 4 weeks. So we are going to, we're going to look at, we're going to research or explore, I guess, really. Other design tools, so that way, if you want to stay with Canva, you can. If you don't want to stay with Canva, you don't have to. So week 5 is going to be all about create we're going to start with, I'll do it simple. We'll make it simple. 3 to 5 designs and listings. This is all going on Etsy, of course. So we're going to continue on Etsy. And those are POD designs with a POD supplier. Okay. And we're going to be looking at pricing. We're going to be looking at, so that you can figure out how to price your listings correctly, or, so that you gain some level of profit. We're going to talk about designs. We're going to go back and look at the keywords, because all of that stuff matters. We're also going to look at the keywords, the tags, all of that's going to matter on your Etsy listing. Okay. Then week 6, I think we're really going to get a week 7 in here. I'm just going to look real quick, just a second. So this is, we'll say this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, so we're just going to get 4 weeks. But that's okay. We're going to go to the 31st. So we will continue working on this. Then the week of week 6, our goal is to do 5 to 7 designs. If you can do 7, that's fantastic. If you can't, I understand. So we have the opportunity to continue to catch up. And this is with the POD supplier. We're going to talk about different strategies, techniques. We're going to work on pricing. So in this stage 3, we're looking at pricing. We're looking at shipping. We're going to be working on processing times. These are all things that are extremely important. And we're also going to look at quality and, of course, ordering samples. So that way you have an opportunity to source and find products that are going to help you to, those things that are going to sell, reduce your returns, at least have happy customers, satisfied customers. And we're going to go back and we're going to revisit keywords, tags, titles, images. We're going to work through that listing all together so that way we can optimize our listings and we can get more sales. So stage 3, every day we're going to be working through all of this, and stage 3 starts next on Sunday. We are not meeting on the 4th of July. So just want to remind you one more time, we're not meeting on the 4th of July. But I am going to do the 3rd, and so that there's no surprises on what we're going to be covering there. And we're going to explore other design tools. I already put that in there. Then as we go to stage 4 and going through what it is that we're going to do, we're going to, in stage 4, the second half or the first half, well, it'll be the second half. We're going to continue our print-on-demand suppliers for week 7. But we're also going to be exploring KDP, or either books, low content books. You may not do it on KDP. You may do it on some other tool like Lulu. You can also do some level of like notebooks and journals inside of several of the tools that we looked at, like Zazzle and things like that. So you can do them there. You can also do them on Printful. I think they will do calendars, journals. I forget what's in there, but yeah. So we're going to look at low content books, and we're also going to be working on our long game. So we are going to create, I would say for right now, I call it low content books, or just regular books of some type. Okay. So we're going to create those in stage 4. We're going to be working on our long-term strategy. So we are going to be putting together our long-term strategy, going back and revisiting the stuff that I talked about regarding your schedule, and putting together your regular routine so you can continue to sustain creating print-on-demand products and continue to optimize your listings and finding products that are going to potentially get some traction, get some sales. We are going to talk about marketing strategies. Woo, Lord help me today. I tell y'all, COVID is nothing to play with. I'm telling you. Oh my God, I can't keep it together. My brain does not. I don't know why. Sometimes I just type whatever I type and I don't have any control of it. I hate that. All right. So we're going to talk long-term strategy. I talk better than I type. I will tell you that. And this is a new thing for me, and I'm not used to that. So long-term strategies. This is what are you going to do for the next 3 to 6 months? Okay. We're also going to go back. We're going to talk about trademarks because we did talk about it. We're going to hit it again because of the fact that you may decide you're going to establish an LLC or some corporation, some sole proprietorship or whatever, and you want this product. If we transition, let's talk about. I'll do smoothies. So if we start with, we're starting with the smoothie recipe cards. Those smoothie recipe cards, we create multiples. We put the idea of different fruits or whatever, however, maybe I'm a juice nut, something crazy like that, on a t-shirt. And so people are buying clothes, or they're buying maybe a rack that they can store their recipe cards in, or maybe they're buying a tumbler, whatever it happens to be, as Teresa continues to develop this recipe idea and or the concept of complementary products that can go with it in some kind of way that goes with the theme, the look and feel, so on and so forth. Then she decides that she wants to do a recipe book, or whether it's going to be an ebook or whether it's going to be an actual hard book. She can decide on that, or spiral bound, doesn't really matter, but she decides that. And she wants to trademark what she's created. She went out and she did the research, she created the product, and she wants the books to be sold under her company. So there's some things that we need to do. And there's some things that you need to know about what's out in the public domains and what you can actually copyright, what you can trademark. We talked about a little bit that at the beginning, and we're going to talk about it again so that you're ready to go. Okay, so we're going to recover that, and we're going to talk about it just in a little more depth. So that there'll be probably at least one, maybe two sessions just on that, so you can decide where you want to go with it. And we are going to continue, like I said, working on our POD products. So in week 7, we're going to do 5 to 7 designs, okay, and listings. Oh, I forgot to put other platforms with POD suppliers, okay. We're going to explore other listing platforms. Okay. So stage 4, we're going to cover other listing platforms. We may actually cover it in stage 3 because we're going to have a lot of stuff that we need to cover in stage 4. And then we are going to work on, I will tell you, part of these designs, we are going to be hitting what it takes to create a book and start the process of consolidating some of the things that we developed or created. So your design for number 7 may not actually be something that's going to go on a pillow or wall art or tennis shoes or socks or a tumbler or phone case cover. It may actually be something that goes in your low content book. So we're going to be hitting that up. We're going to go through 3 to 5 designs or concepts for say books. At this point, again, covering your strategy, making sure you have your game plan. Our next session, which I think is the second, tomorrow, is going to be an hour-long session. And we're definitely going to be going through some of the pricing, the shipping, the processing times. We'll also probably hit the keywords, so that way we can focus 100% on getting our designs created, making sure our store is ready, and things like that. So we talked about branding briefly. I'll go back and talk about store setup. I think that was the other thing I was supposed to cover here. Sorry. Store setup. And then we're going to begin the process of knocking out all of these things in stage 3. I want to get you mentally prepared for stage 4 and for your long game, what it is that you're going to be doing to create this product that's going to be something that you'll sell over and over again. I will tell you the wonderful thing about books and planners and journals and things like that, or workbooks. If you decide you want to create something that's a workbook or something that people can track, like for me, we're putting together a journal for COVID survivors that are long haulers, so that way they can journal what's happening with their body on a daily basis and be able to share that medical journal with their doctors or their healthcare providers or whoever they're seeing, their nutritionist, their naturopath, whoever it is. And so these are products that sell all the time. A lot of print on demand products sell all the time, but then there's always those opportunities for those things that are going to sell because it's a season, it's a window. And so, you'll have the seasonal stuff where you'll sell your Christmas version of something, or your Halloween version of something, or your Easter version of something, or, 4th of July version of something. You'll also have some things where you do deals. And promotions strategies. So that means like the 4th of July is coming up. And so you can offer lots of promotions, sales, discounts, that kind of stuff to continue to drive traffic to the things that you're creating listings for. But the first part is to get you back to consistency. So if you feel like you're not at consistency, I want to encourage you to go back and watch session 16, 17, 18. I think it was 16, 17, 18. Go back and watch those. Maybe it's 15, 16, 17, 18. But watch those sessions and see what you can do to make some adjustments to your life so you can figure out how to allow print on demand to be part of your regular routine and part of your regular life. And so that way it's something that you do every single day, no matter what, no matter where you are. Like right now, I'm on vacation, sort of, not really on vacation. Trust me, I have not. I've been working this whole time, but something you can allow to happen while you're out and about. If you need to travel, like right now I am with my kids, and something that, will continue to generate you capital, generate you cash. Workbooks will generate you cash all the time. Journals will generate you cash because people never know when they want to journal. There may be like if they're doing a planner, there's certain times of the year that people are buying planners, but journals, people buy journals all the time. They just decide I'm going to go ahead and journal. And sometimes it's the beginning of the year, you'll see a spike there, but then again, you never know when a person is going to want to start journaling. And so that's one of the things that I want to make sure that you can do this, and that this becomes something that's sustainable for you long-term, bigger picture. So let me go back to yesterday, and we're going to cover outsourcing in stage 3. So going back to yesterday, even though I had problems with my my background, I finally figured that out. But yesterday, what we did was, number one, we created our Printful account. We've created a free account, so we don't have to do anything elaborate. And of course, they're going to throw you into Plus and the free trial for a period of time. I think it's 2 weeks, 14 days. And after we created the account, the next thing that we did, and you can go back to your dashboard, it kind of walks you through it. The next thing that it asked us to do after we created our account was it asked us to, of course, confirm. So we had to go through and accept and things like that. Then we created our first product. So you can download a product from Canva, clear the background if you want it to be transparent. If you don't want it to be transparent, that's fine. And we uploaded it to Printful. Then once we uploaded it to Printful, then we connected our store. And after we connected our store, if you have an Etsy store, then you connected your store. Then after you connected your store, then you can import your products from Printful over to Etsy. And of course, you want to fix the titles, the descriptions, the price, so that it becomes something that's profitable for you. So paying attention to the price at the beginning and paying attention to the price that you put on Etsy, all of that matters. You also want to go back and reevaluate your Etsy store to see what you're doing for shipping. Because again, if you can sell just to people in the US, but you may decide at some later point that you want to sell internationally. And so that's something that you'll have to figure out your timing for. And I always try to allow myself to master something first. So give myself 30 days to master something. So I give myself 30 days to kind of master and understand Etsy before I just Etsy and then selling in the US before I expand it to do Etsy and selling internationally. So that's just my style. You may decide that you just want to always do the US and you don't want to do international. But if you do want to explore the international, make sure that whichever print on demand supplier, provider that you're looking at, that they have the capacity and the ability to be able to ship internationally. And if they do, that's fantastic. And then you want to update your settings for Etsy so that you can have the ability to sell your products internationally. So keep that in mind. The other thing that we did talk about briefly, not in any great detail, is I've always been reminding you of the pricing of different things. Because again, I'm not trying to have you go broke doing this. I can remember like when it started on the retail arbitrage, and everyone was like, you need to get a listing tool, and you need to get a repricer, and you need to get an inventory management tool, and you need to get a product research tool. And by the time you're done, you're into $250 a month in tools. And I'm not trying to teach you to do that. I'm trying to teach you to first, if you're going to do it, start with free. Second, work on building the muscle of consistency. And then once you build the muscle of consistency and getting comfortable with what it is that you're wanting to do in your business, what you want to sell, how you want to run your business, then when you become profitable, pay for tools. Pay for tools that make sense for you, because you need the tools to pay for themselves. It doesn't make any sense for you to pay for tools and you're not making money yet. So you got to get consistent. That means in some cases with print on demand, you're going to have to do some volume. You're not going to make enough money selling one t-shirt a week. Maybe you will, depends on what your markup is, but selling one t-shirt a week. So again, the things that you have to do to get better at getting those sales is you got to get better at the listing, the description of the listing, the title of this listing, the images in the listing. All of that is going to matter, and the tags that you put in the listing. The things that you're going to have to focus on, again, with your keywords, is going back and saying, Nicole gave me 3 things. She gave me eRank, which we can create a free account. She told me keywords everywhere, which we pay $10 for the entire year. That's less than $1 a month. Or you can use Google Trends, and you can just use regular Google. Regular Google is free and Google Trends is free. So you could go ahead and use those tools to be able to do some initial research. And then if you decide you want to upgrade to the eRank paid, you can do that as well. But again, you got to get some volume. Your objective, your goal is if you can create 1 design a day, that's fantastic. If you can create 5 designs a day, that's even better. Okay. So figure out where you want to be in this journey. If 1 design a day you feel like is sufficient, that's fine. It's going to be a longer journey to get to where you want to be, but it allows you the opportunity to be able to manage everything else you got going on in your life and do some print on demand on the side. If you want to stretch and push yourself, then figure out your timings. I always time myself. How long does it take me to create a design? How long does it take me to upload? How long does it take me to get that listing right so it's ready to go, import it into Etsy? Okay, now, how much time did I spend doing that? If it's 20 minutes, okay, in 1 hour, I can do 3 of those. So that's how I gauge what I'm capable of doing. So if I wanted to create 5 listings a day, I'm probably going to have to commit 2 hours a day to my business. If I want to create 3 listings a day, then I'm going to have to commit at least 1 hour to my business. And that's at a minimum. There's extra stuff that you need. It's probably more like 1 hour and 15 minutes because there's other things you need to do, like check to make sure your shipments have gone out. And then just double check some stuff. So there's just some regular operational things that you should do, anywhere from 5 to 10 extra minutes every day. But I think you get the idea. And so that's why I harped on the schedule. So you've got to get consistent. If you're not comfortable with Canva, I really need you to get comfortable with Canva because I feel like it is one of the best tools out there. If you're not comfortable with your Etsy account, I want you to start the process of getting comfortable with it. The only way you're going to get comfortable with it is to get consistent. And the only way you're going to be able to get consistent is that you figure out the schedule. So the schedule always comes back to whether or not you're going to win in this journey of selling in e-commerce. And I believe all of you can win and will win. It's July the 1st. Like, reset everything. This is the beginning of Q3. There's opportunity for everybody to make money. Seriously. So with that, what questions can I answer since we kind of know where we're going? And tomorrow we got some stuff to cover. We're going to spend an hour. So what questions can I answer?
I just have a comment.
Okay.
So in one of my social media groups, someone posted that Canva is offering free classes
Yeah.
through Canva events. So if anyone like myself
Okay.
doesn't really feel comfortable with Canva, they are offering classes throughout the month of July and August
That's
to try
fantastic.
to get more comfortable, and they're all free.
Yeah. So you can go, hold on, let me go up
I
here.
have a link. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
a link that I copied. There's a long link, but I can put it in the chat.
Absolutely. And we'll email that out with the others. I agree 100%. Let's see. Canva events. Oh, they have a learn up here. I don't know why I did that. So if you go under learn, there's events. There you go. And so they have like enjoy tutorials and courses. They have, experts. And again, I hope that some of the stuff that I've shown you, like I'm doing this session, like, okay, use this tool to do this. And how do you create that? I hope that helps. I know they're going to do more of the same, but yes, Canva Design School. So for beginners. And I want you to know, like, some people can get frustrated and paralyzed with the fact that they're like, well, I'm not a design expert. You do not have to be a design expert. If you see them doing something super fancy and super amazing inside of Canva, I'm not asking you to draw art. I'm telling you, you can use all the clip art stuff that they have. You could draw dots. I'm telling you, I've seen stuff where people just put a background on something, like change the background to tan and put 4 blue dots on there, and it's done. And that's the design. So, or just words. There's a lot of things that people buy that are words. So that's why I encourage you to go look at your competitors to see, what are my competitors doing? What are the things that my competitors are doing? And just kind of look at the designs. Just spend like 30 minutes and just look up stuff on Etsy. If you think you want to sell water bottles, go look up water bottles on Etsy. Go look up 10 to 20 listings. I talked about that at the very beginning of this class. If you think you want to sell t-shirts, socks, hats, backpacks, wall art, phone case covers, go look at 20 listings. You're going to see, of those 20 listings, like some of the stuff for phone cases is just words. It's just words. So I know I say it, just words. I use the word just, and you're going, yeah, Nicole, you know how to use this tool. So I encourage you to go back. And if you need to schedule 20 minutes with me and you're not at a place where you're comfortable, because I don't know how much one-on-one they're going to be doing in the design school. I have no idea. But I am telling you, I am here to do a one-on-one session with you. If you want to drag and drop and you want me to tell you, like, oh, okay. She's like, well, I want to do a shadow on the words. I'm like, okay. All right. So let me tell you where to go. Go click on this and I can watch your screen and I can help you. I want you to win more than you realize. I am here for a reason. I literally was talking to a family today. I was like, look, God said, you're not going anywhere. So I'm here until he calls me home. I am here to help you. That's what I'm here for. I'm teaching this class because I believe it is a viable solution for people. So if you need some help, you schedule a 20-minute coaching session and we will sit down and we will go at whatever pace you want to go. Okay? But yes, learn. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's in here, and learn. And you can spend some time in it. And they will go through a bunch of stuff, which is fantastic. But if you want, and again, I know that they're going to go in depth, and that's good if you want to go in depth. But if you want to keep it simple and do some basic, my name is Bill shirts, the words, "My name is Bill," black print or white print with a black t-shirt. There you go. Nothing complex, no designs. I don't have to draw a frog or anything like that. I can do something simple. So thank you for sharing that. I think that is fantastic for those people who want to do it. I think I mentioned, some of the drop downs at like the first couple of days of class, but always go back to that. I really need you to get comfortable with Canva. So do whatever you need to do, and learn as much as you can and play with it. I think we learn more by playing for sure. But definitely go see what other techniques and strategies they want to give you. I gave you some very simple, very basic, nothing advanced stuff, nothing super advanced. So go check it out. Is there anything else? Okay. Feel free to schedule some time for me. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We got some great stuff to cover. And with that, and I'm probably gonna, no, I was gonna start early, but nope, I won't start early. We'll just start at 6, go to 7. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.